apply some of what we've learnt to some practical situations, slightly more practical situations, which means we're going to be using formulas today, substituting into them and rearranging them to solve using our equation skills. So let's read this first question. The charge for hiring a hall is equal to 150 plus 2n. Now I would say C for charge is equal to 150 plus 2n, just so that it's a whole complete equation. Where n stands for the number of people at the event. Find the charge when 225 people are at the event. Now that 225 people, that is the number of people, or the n, in that equation. Now in algebra we learned how to substitute, and that's exactly what we have to do here. Following this equation, C equals 150 plus 2n, I'm going to write down everything in there, but I'm going to replace the n with 225. So that's C equals 150 plus 2. Now instead of the n, it's going to be times by 225. Now all of everything on the right hand side of that equation is all numbers, so we can just type that into our calculator. 150 plus 2 times 225 is exactly 600. So that means, remember C was for cost, that it is going to cost $600 for the 225 people to attend that event. Okay, that's what that means. Part B, the number of people at the event is when the charge is $394. So that 394 is the C. It's how much they're going to get charged. So now I'm going to go back to that one I've highlighted in green, back to that original equation, and I want to make the C 394. So that's going to look like this. 394 for the C equals 150 plus 2n. I'm trying to find the n. I'm trying to find how many people would cost that much. So this is the equations part. I want to get everything away from that n, and there's two numbers. There's a 150 and there's the positive 2 there. It was just slow, was it? A bit of lag? It was, yeah. All right. Actually, I've highlighted it and it hasn't come up yet. Uh-oh. So then, oh, it's coming. It's just really slow today. I keep noticing that the Wi-Fi keeps dropping out. All right, it's just going to have to wait for it sometimes, I think. So of those two numbers, which one should go first? The 150. So the opposite is 2? Minus 150. Ooh, it's writing it, yep. To get rid of that. Then we can use our calculator to do the 394, take away the 150, yep, or you can do it without it, wonderful. So that is 244. I'm also going to switch sides because I prefer my n to be on the left. So 2n is equal to the 244. Now I want to get rid of that 2. How do I do that? Divide by 2. So let's go divide 2. Divide 2. N is by itself, and 244 divided by 2 is 122. So 122 people is how many people it would take to get a charge of $394. All right, let's do question 2. Using the perimeter formula, P equals, so here's our formula, P equals 2 bracket L plus W, which by the way would be how to find the perimeter of a rectangle. Find P if L equals 13 and W equals 4. So we're substituting those into that equation. So I don't know P, so P stays in there. 2 bracket, oh, it is coming, let's just wait. I've written it. Maybe it's just being, there we go. Oh, there we go. The L is 13. Oh, this is painful, isn't it? And plus the W, which is 4. all the numbers are all on one side together, so we can just type that in our calculator. When the P is on the left, we just have to calculate that with our calculator. So 2 bracket, you probably need a times sign, times bracket 13 plus 4, close bracket, and we get 34. Okay? Part B. This time, we're told that the P is equal to 36 and the W is equal to 7, and we're going to be finding the L. So starting with that original equation again, the P is 36, so 36 equals 2 bracket L with what we're trying to find. Now, I don't like those little scripty L's because they often look like ones. I usually just change to capitals so we don't get confused. So I'm going to make that a capital L. Plus the W, which it was 7, close bracket. Now, L is in there with a whole bunch of numbers. So we're going to have to move those numbers away. Remember, when there is brackets, what should I do first? Get rid of the brackets. So we want to expand them. So leave the 36 for a minute. 2 times L is 2L. Plus 2 times 7 is 14. Oh, thank you. All right, then getting the L by itself, I've got two numbers. I've got a 2 and a 14. Which one should I get rid of first? The 14, yes. I need to minus 14. Cross that out. And I'm going to switch sides so that my L is on the left. 2L equals 36 take away 14 is, thanks Cash, don't yell out, 22. To get rid of the 2, yes Ethan?
Divide by 2.
I'm going to have to divide by 2, yes.
11.
Are you still yelling out? L equals 11. Okay? Makes sense? Alright, there's still one more of these. This time P is equal to 58 and L is equal to 16, and we're trying to find the W. We're just taking turns finding all the different letters. So let's again, that equation, I better pull that back so we can see it. The P is 58 equals 2 bracket L is 16 plus the W is what we don't know this time. Okay, we have brackets again, so let's expand them. 58 equals 2 times 16 is 32 plus 2 times W is 2W. Okay, I need to get rid of the 32 and that 2. All right, who am I going to say? Who hasn't told me yet? Someone who doesn't tell me the answers. Layla. What should I do first?
Subtract the 32.
Yes, subtract 32. Get rid of that. I'm going to switch sides. So 2W comes to the left, and 58 take away 32 is 26. Next step, someone different. Mia.
Divided.
Yes, perfect. Divide by 2. W is finally by itself, and 26 divided by 2 is 13. All right, still another one on the next page. Example 3. This formula here, this is actually a mathematical formula for working out the terms in an arithmetic series. Not that you needed to know that, but it is a real formula. T equals A plus bracket 1 minus N minus 1 in brackets to the times D. Said that a bit funny. We are given A equals 10, N equals 7, and D equals 4, and we want to find the T. Okay, so we sub them in. T, don't know that, equals A, I was told was 10, plus, the formula says N minus 1. N is 7, so bracket 7 minus 1, close bracket. Then D is 4. That does mean times by 4, so put a little times sign in there. And because the T is already by itself, we just have to type all those numbers in our calculator. 10 plus bracket 7 minus 1, close bracket, times by 4. So that equals 34. Yeah. All right. Part B, same formula. This time I know that T is 116, A is 32, and N is 13, and I'm trying to find the D. So big T is 116 equals A is 32 plus bracket n minus 1. My n is 13, so 13 take away 1. And D, I don't know, so we just leave that in there as D. We're trying to find that out. Now 13 take away 1 in the bracket there is just 12. So let's simplify that first. So that's 12D. Then that looks a lot more like a normal equation, and I've got two numbers, the 32 and the 12.
I forgot the minus 1, miss.
13 take away 1 is 12. Yeah, Si?
How would it be 12 days? 12 inside the bracket.
The 12 is inside the bracket, but because there's now only one thing, that would be times with the D. Yeah? All right, so I have those two numbers to move away. Hands up, which one goes first and what should I do? Riley?
Take away the 32.
Excellent. Take away 32. Okay, get rid of that. Do the switcheroo. Put the 12D on the left, and we do 116 take away 32, which is 84 for the right. Cash, what am I doing next?
Divide by 12 and equals 7.
Oh, good job with the times tables. So D is by itself and 7. I think that was our last one, I think?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So there's your practice.